ist heute übrigens 30 Jahre alt geworden. Ich finde, ein Ständchen haben wir drin, oder? Happy Birthday to you.
Yeah, nice little touch there from Elmer Polka and the crowd here in Sindelfingen. 31 years old today, Jelle Klaasen. And there's another man celebrating his birthday this weekend, the referee for this one, George Noble. Still yet to determine exactly how old George is this weekend, but Klaasen celebrating his 31st birthday. Question is whether he'll be celebrating with a win here. I can tell you that he'll have his work cut out against a man who's very much on an upward curve at the moment. Some player who shot to prominence in Innsbruck last time on the European Tour, reaching the semi-finals, and a man who opened his account yesterday with a 6-4 win over Ricky Evans. Klaasen is seeded 11th for this one, but given the evidence of what we've seen so far, being seeded, well, it counts for very little. Plenty of upsets so far today, and we could well have another one here, Rod Harrington.
We certainly could. David Pallett has been playing extremely well, and it's down to him just slowing his throw up a little bit, especially the third dart. We've talked about it with several players, but this man Jelle Klaasen has been playing well, and we know how erratic Jelle can be. I mean, he can just fire a couple of 180s and then get a 26, but that is Klaasen's game. It is a very hard one to call, to be quite honest, Rob, but if Pallett starts to put that first dart like that, you know
134.
He's normally going to follow it with another one.
And Pallett beat Klaasen on his way to the semis in Innsbruck 4 weeks ago as well. He was fairly emphatic at the start of that match. He won the first 3 legs in the blink of an eye. He was on a 9-dart finish as well after 6 darts in the 5th leg. And he was averaging at the time over 112 as well. 55. It was a terrific performance by David Pallett that day. And in the end, Pallett averaged almost 105, 95. And he had a 60% checkout ratio as well. It was a really good tournament for Pallett. He rattled in the 180s, and he got a few more yesterday as well. 5 180s in that 6-4 win over Ricky Evans. So he's a player to follow if you like the 180s market.
Yeah, this one would be a hard call to say who's going to win or lose.
119
was the favourite, but certainly over on legs. So I think this is going to go pretty much all the way. So over 9 legs, certainly.
59.
Well, Klaasen has a great opportunity here to break in the very first leg. Although he's found the treble 1 there, but he recovers with 19, so it's tops for a 1-0 lead.
137.
Well, you feel Pallett needs this.
Well, it'd be disappointing because the one thing that David Pallett has been doing of late is been scoring very well. He's thrown 18 darts and still not had a dart at a double. Klaasen pins a double 5. You can't think of 17 darts leg nowadays is a bit of a gift.
17 dart leg it was, but it's a breaker throw for Jelle Klaasen.
100.
You feel as though Klaasen is due a good run as well, because he made the last 8 in Gibraltar earlier this year and in Dusseldorf as well, and he was beaten by the eventual champion on both occasions as well, Van Gerwen in Gibraltar and Thornton in Dusseldorf. But since then he's not really done a great deal. He didn't even qualify for Mulheim, but there's a 180 and another signal that perhaps he is back in business here.
Yeah, David Pallett's first dart is just not getting the range on it. He's coming very low, and from there he's having to switch to the 19s and the 18s, and he's got to get that sorted out very quickly, because the way Jelle Klaasen gets on a run, all of a sudden he could find himself 3-0 down in no time.
Yeah, Klaasen, I was just going to say, he comes into this on the back of another good run. He had a good run to the last 8 in Dublin as well.
Yes, he did, in the Grand Prix. And it weren't really a sort of tournament where you thought Klaasen would do well, because he does miss doubles a lot, and having to get them in as well as out makes it. Now that's a better dart from David Pallett. However, it's a little bit too late.
100. 54.
Yeah, the damage has been done already, you feel here. Topsy wants Klaasen then for a 2-0 lead. That's not a bad marker. And sure enough, he backs it up by finding the red stuff, and he leads 2-0. A little fist pump there from Yellow Klaasen. Looking to join his countryman Raymond van Barneveld in the last 16. Barney, the first man through earlier today, beating Brendan Dolan in the opening match of the afternoon session. Lee Evans also through. Mervyn King, defending champion, safely through. Steve Beaton through. Kim Huybrechts is through. Ian White is through. And Gerwyn Price, a 6-3 winner against Van der Pas. So one Dutchman has fallen by the wayside. Jeffrey de Zwaan is out on his heels as well.
96.
Michael van Gerwen on stage later tonight against Mensa Suljovic. That'll be a decent encounter. Plenty to look forward to tonight as well. The evening session from 7 o'clock local time.
140.
Robert Thornton, your Grand Prix champion, your World Grand Prix champion, gets his European Grand Prix campaign up and running against Johnny Clayton. Peter Wright rounds things off tonight as well. James Wade, the number 3 seed here, is 2.
Interesting game that against Mark Webster. 2 lefties.
Well, Pallett just has been stopped in his tracks here.
123.
But he's set that up fairly well. He's got a 2-dart finish from there, with Klaasen on 266. Klaasen putting a little bit of pressure on. Pallett can't pass this chance up. 2 bites at double 16. That's pitched in awkwardly. But he finds the gap with the second. And Pallett is off the mark.
134. Yeah, he's just started to find his range a lot better as David Pallett. He's been getting the first dart up a lot better. And just to say that, he pitches it low.
100.
Still only 25. David Pallett as well. Another player with backward time on his side. Klaasen as well, only 31. He seems to have been around for donkey's years, doesn't he? Started young, of course.
140.
Well, a ton 40 here from Pallett will make things interesting on the Klaasen throw.
Yeah,
and again, the first dart.
Yeah, it's very low. Well, that'll help. He's going to have to go back up now. Try and pitch around the side of that. Well, it's not at the end of the world at 170 left, but Klaasen, 2 trebles will set this up absolutely perfect.
134.
He's going to return with 2 darts with a double if Pallett doesn't take the 170 out. Oh, and that's perfect. And find another treble, surely. Oh, you can see, yeah, he's disgusted with that because the first dart, you could not walk up to the board and put it in there any better than that was sitting.
Klaasen
David to throw
sets it out as you would expect him to.